wasn't sure what I was getting. Between the high waves on the sea, waiting for something to get to me. I wasn't sure what I was hoping for, you see. But you act like gravity and you are pulling me. 'Cause you know what I want, babe. You know everything that gets me going. You know what I want, babe. All the little things that I'm not showing. You know what I want, babe. And you know it all before I do it. You know what I want, babe. You know what I need before I show it. I saw a fire from the sea. I didn't know what it was telling me. Like Robert Zimmerman singing.
Well, good morning from Toronto. I'm sure you can tell from all the sirens. Easton and I are currently visiting my friend Maria while Ryan paints our house. We wanted to get Easton out so that he wasn't smelling all those paint fumes. Here we are. I did vlog the drive up, so if you haven't seen that already, you can go watch that vlog. That was yesterday. We drove up. It took us 5 hours total. Like, it's normally 3.5 hours, but we stopped and played at a park and had a snack. And now it is Saturday morning. Easton tends to wake up a little bit early. And I didn't want to bug Maria, so I asked her to leave me her keys out so I could take Easton for a stroll and we could burn off some of his morning energy before grabbing some coffee and bringing it back up to Maria's place when she's awake. So that's what we're currently doing. We're just out on a nice little stroll, found this little park. It's connected to a church. It's kind of pretty. And it's funny, I've been taking all these little videos since we got here of like things I miss about Toronto. Things I miss about Toronto versus things I don't miss. Are you vlogging? One of the things I don't miss, definitely those sirens, like, and the aroma of dog pee in the air everywhere you go. So we're gonna finish our stroll. I'll keep you guys posted as to what we get up to today. I think we're gonna go into the downtown core area. And yeah, last night we just went out for dinner and hung out, and we were gonna watch a movie. We didn't even end up watching a movie. Easton fell asleep and Maria and I just stayed up talking, went to bed, and now here we are. So let the day begin.
The risk of being seen as the idiot around.
So it's been a little bit since I have updated you guys verbally, but I have taken lots of vlog clips. We're almost home now. We're about an hour away, but that was such a good trip, such a perfect trip to the city. After our walk, we went to Yorkdale Mall and did a bit of shopping. I got like no vlog clips there. I think I took one tiny 2-second clip of aloe because Yorkdale Mall apparently has an aloe yoga now. But to be honest, it was very disappointing. I used to be such a big aloe yoga lover. Like a couple years ago, liked aloe yoga more than I liked Lululemon, but I feel like aloe yoga is going the complete opposite of like body acceptance. It's not that one body shape is right and one body shape is wrong, but the fact that like every mannequin in the aloe yoga store is like 80 pounds and everything was just so weirdly fitted. I don't know, something about it. I finally did my wardrobe. It was actually the day before I left, and I've made a rule with myself this year that I wouldn't buy new clothes until I cleaned out my wardrobe. So I was finally ready or willing to buy clothes, but I now know what I actually need versus what I don't. And I didn't find a whole lot of what I actually feel like I need. The only thing I bought was 2 pairs of shorts from American Eagle, like jean shorts, because I don't really have any that fit me. We then went back to Maria's, picked up some sushi, and went for a walk, sat in the park and had a picnic. It was so nice. And then went for a long stroll after that, found a little park that had swings, and I swung with Easton for a while. Had a nap, had a good little power nap for like an hour, all 3 of us. And then things just didn't go according to plan. And this is where things get interesting for me now that I'm vlogging again, because like, I don't know, I guess I'll just say it, and then maybe if it comes out wrong, I hope my intentions come across, but like, I never know where to draw the line on what to vlog or what to include in these stories of Easton. Like, I vlog all the time. I've been taking tons of videos of Easton since he was born and packing them onto a hard drive, and so like even when I'm vlogging, I take videos of Easton. I just don't include them in the vlogs because I want to respect his privacy and like his digital footprint. And if he is in a clip, I try and blur his face, or I try and make it so you can't see his face and that it's not focused on him. So like, to tell you a story about what happened last night on Saturday, I feel like is sharing his personal story, but it'll be a funny story to tell one day. But let's just say we went out for dinner and it did not go according to plan. And what I will tell you from my perspective as a mom, I need to have this like rant for a second here. Like, anywhere I went, there are no bathrooms specifically for moms to either breastfeed or to change your baby. And like, yes, there was a family bathroom at Yorkdale. It was really gross, like was not kept at all. And not only that, like even in the family bathroom, there's nowhere for you to sit and breastfeed your baby. And yes, people will say like breastfeed in public, and I'm all for that. If you're comfortable with that, I think that you should do whatever you're comfortable with if you're a mom and that's your thing. My thing is people should be able to do what they're comfortable with, and we need to be able to, like, as a society, I don't know, maybe I'm ranting too hard and maybe this will turn some people off, but like, we need to support moms. There was nowhere for me to breastfeed Easton in the mall. I had to do it standing in the family bathroom that was gross and really dirty. And then when we went out for dinner later that night, we went to this Italian restaurant down by the CN Tower. Food was amazing. The service was great. The people were awesome, except for like one couple that was not happy that I brought a baby to a restaurant. Which, like, again, even that, like, I totally respect people that don't want to have children. I can genuinely tell when someone's annoyed with me because I have a baby with me, and it's like, do you want me to lock him up to make you more comfortable? Like, he needs to be out in the public. He needs to be living his life too, you know? Like, he's a baby. Easton was like excited and was making excited noises, but he wasn't even like, it's not like he was crying or screaming or anything. He was just happy. He's a happy baby, and when he's happy, he squeals a little bit. I get it. Like, it could be annoying, but on the other side, it's like, again, the world doesn't revolve around you, nor does it revolve around me or my baby, but like, can we all just like coexist? The restaurant we went to had no change tables, and again, nowhere for me to feed Easton. So when he did start to get fussy, I was like, I'll just take him to the bathroom and feed him and change him, and that'll make him feel better. Like, they have high chairs there, so I don't get it. It's not like it's like a baby-free restaurant. They literally accommodate babies to sit and eat. So to not have a change table, or like, again, The fact that it's 2023 and it's not public norm to have at least one bathroom with like a chair in it, doesn't even need to be a designated room for breastfeeding, but just one bathroom with a chair that you can sit and breastfeed your baby. Like, how is that not, I don't know, it's just wild to me. And yes, again, the whole breastfeed in public thing, like some people are comfortable feeding in public and that's great. Sometimes if I have to, I'll do it. And I try and be discreet. It's not like I'm like exposing myself in any way, but even yesterday at the park when we were having our picnic, Easton needed to eat. So I was like, okay, whatever, like I'll just feed him here at the park. There wasn't very many people there. If anything, there were like 2 people and they were way back behind us. And then this guy, like, and I'm telling you, I know the difference between someone that's being like, oh, that's so sweet, and someone that's being like, look at them boobies. And I was just like, ew, like, let me feed my child in peace, please. You're damned if you do, damned if you don't. And this is it's just a tangent I needed to go on, that there's just like I never noticed this before, of course, and now that I have a baby, now I realize it. Like, there's not a lot of support out there for moms or dads. I mean, dads need to feed babies too, but like if you're feeding a bottle, you can do that a little bit easier in public. Even still, to have a nice quiet place to go feed your baby out in public would be nice. Or, I mean, at the very least, just a chair in a bathroom, or even less than that, just give me change tables. Change tables, at least one change table in every restaurant. You can offer me a high chair, should be able to offer a change table. And that's my rant of the day. It's a funny story I'll tell Easton about one day. And instead we went and walked the waterfront, and that made him super happy. And it made me really happy too, because the waterfront was my happy place when I lived in Toronto. I lived along the waterfront, got to watch the sunset by the water, went back to Maria's. Easton instantly fell asleep. He had a long day. And then it was the full moon last night. So Maria was cleaning her crystals, and then we did like a little sage seance. It was so fun. I stayed up a little late last night too to get my Sunday club stuff done. Woke up this morning. Easton and I went for a nice long walk in the morning because he got up really early, packed up, and now we hit the road. It was literally the perfect Toronto visit, the perfect Toronto weekend. Ryan has sent me pictures of the house. He got so much done. Ryan's dad went over and installed our library, so I officially have my loft. I could put all my books away again, and I'm so excited. Easton and I just stopped on the way home in Belleville and went for this nice long walk in the conservatory, and I actually picked up a salad on my way out. One of my favorite restaurants in Toronto is called Fresh. It's a vegan restaurant. It's so good. There's multiple locations in Toronto if you ever go. And my favorite salad, actually, if you ever watched my vlog when I left Toronto, when I moved out of Toronto, you will probably see this salad in it multiple times, because I ate this salad all the time. It's called their Big Salad, and it's got marinated tofu, and it's so good. Easton had some crackers. We went for a walk, put him back in the Jeep. He's back asleep. Now we're only about an hour away from home, and it's going pretty well. This is that line again where I'm like, nobody needs to know, especially when he's older, how he was on road trips and stuff, whether he was fussy or not. But I'll just say, like, as a mom driving with a baby, it's not sunshine and rainbows. Let me just say that. I'll just leave it at that. Like, I know I'm only vlogging when he's sleeping. There's times he's not sleeping, and there's times where you get it. Like, if you've driven with a baby, you know what I mean. But it was a perfect road trip, perfect first road trip for Easton, and a perfect little dip back into Toronto, a very full circle moment to be able to bring Easton there. I'll be really honest, like, there's parts of the city I really miss, and then there's parts of the city I do not miss at all. And as soon as I hit the green belt coming back home, which is just like the green, it's just when in Ontario, when you're driving the highway, everything turns into basically nature. It's all trees and fields, and it instantly, I just felt calmer. I just felt more peace. Like, I definitely love the city. I love the energy of the city. I love the diversity of the city. I love the accessibility of the city. I love walking everywhere. I love going to the parks there. I would rather live in the country, but the one thing that I love about Toronto, it's by far my favorite city I've ever been to, and I've been to quite a few, but Toronto Waterfront, that's just like my happy place. In terms of if I had to pick a happy place in a city, downtown core, it would be the waterfront of Toronto. That spot, that walk, that trail is my favorite. That's what I used to walk all the time, every day when I was running. That was my trail, and like, that is my happy place in Toronto for sure. So I'm so glad we got to go down and just walk a little bit of it. Bump a night in the summer walking down that trail, and there's just always so much going on along Queen's Quay. And you can see the CN Tower, the sky's setting, you're by the water, and it's just such a vibe. So that stuff I miss. I'll tell you all the things I don't miss about the city. The traffic, construction, no thanks. The same spots from when I lived there 3 years ago are still under construction. Drivers, I mean, I can re-gauge. It's like muscle memory. I can cut back into Toronto driving really quickly, but like, I hate that you have to be aggressive. I'll be peacefully aggressive. Like, if I need to get into a spot, I'll go for it, but then I give a peace sign just to be like, thanks. Like, crazy, horrible drivers. Canada, I swear, has some of the worst drivers. Everywhere you go, like I said, there's this aroma of dog pee because there's all of these dogs in the city and like little space for them to go to the bathroom, let alone like explore. So everywhere, every corner, every patch of grass is patchy because of dog pee. Saturday morning, yesterday, when I went for my walk with Easton, I had to walk around a giant puddle of puke. Someone very clearly had a rough night. Stuff like that. That's city, you know? There's sirens all of the time, and it's not all bad, but I would definitely say that people are not nearly as nice as they are out in the country. Maybe that's just like a depends on who you get kind of thing, because there are some great, nice people in Toronto too, but I would just say because there's more people, you tend to run across more negativity. I would say like the stimulation is obviously more, so my anxiety does tend to go up a little bit when I'm in the city. So yeah, things I miss, things I don't, but I'm like itching to get home. I already feel like I can breathe. Oh no. So with that, I'm gonna head out. Thank you guys for hanging out, and I'll talk to you all in my next vlog.
On the outside, looking